Planning is one of the most important parts of any expedition. You could argue it's probably the most important part. And I think one of the best questions I was ever taught to ask when getting ready for an expedition is to ask the question, what if? What if somebody has an accident at this particular point in the trip? Or what if somebody has an accident here? How do we get them out? How do we deal with that particular situation? What's the weather going to be like at this particular point in the expedition? Where's the medical kit? Who's hidden that? Has anybody been using it?
So I think one of the things that I look forward to most is my next trip. Everyone says, what's your best trip? And actually the excitement, the planning, the thought process that go in, the going to the library, trying to find out the information, perhaps going on the internet, or coming to the RGS to find the maps and things. That's the excitement. And then it evolves into a real exciting expedition, hopefully. So I would often say the next expedition is the best one.
I enjoy the planning phase almost as much as the trip itself. I ask my wife, I'm always keen to look at maps and investigate new places. But I've got a list of places that I'd love to go that I haven't been to yet, so I'm hoping to tick some of those off before I quit my mortal coil. So I'm hoping to go to Chile, Ethiopia are on my list. And I haven't really spent much time in India, in the Indian Himalaya. And finally, when I'm getting more decrepit, I'll probably spend time in New Zealand and Australia. I've never been.
I've always worked on the principle that if you go on a holiday or a journey that's a bit exciting, the definition of an expedition is that it's a journey with a purpose. And therefore, when I've been travelling either with the family or other groups, I've always tried to make an active purpose to that trip. I've done lots of rather interesting travels. At the moment, I love travelling in Iceland. I love it because there's a combination of fabulous geology, interesting weather, a world that's still in the process of forming. For instance, we've had the big volcanic eruption over the last 6 months that's now closed down. But that was exciting because you can have a virtual expedition to Greenland these days. The Met Office in Greenland has information all the time about every earthquake that happens in Greenland. It was quite clear that there was something active last July and August happening in the Bardabunga range. And one of the most exciting things, interestingly, was actually sitting in my desk at home watching the webcam that the Icelanders set up south of Bardabunga and seeing the start of that volcanic eruption before it was announced on the news or by the Icelanders. My wife and I were sitting at about 11 o'clock at night on our desktops at home watching the first signs of the lava coming up out of the ground at that stage.